Alright, what is up guys? It is JR and today is it's Thursday, I wanted to get in one tick better, but it's Thursday the 12th of January 2017, and this is going to be our live trade for today. I was trying to get in one tick better than this because our low is going to be 59.50, so we have exactly 4 ticks from our entry to our exit, so I wanted to get in at at 60.25, so that way I could get out one tick before we get to the low. But what we're doing is we're going short right here. This is the second entry short. We're hugging this trend line. I also liked how this bar ticked one tick higher, and basically we have resistance from our trend line and our EMA, and we are expecting to go down lower. What I'm looking to get is another measured move from there to there, to right on down to there. Essentially, we might not get that complete move because that's a slight overshoot of our trend line, but I'm fairly confident that we're going to continue down further to the downside. So we'll just see how this trade plays out. It's still pretty early in the morning, so it should move pretty quickly. And yeah, that'll be our first trade for the day. Unfortunately, I missed this one. I wasn't completely paying attention when that happened, but this should be a good one. And then if we tick one tick higher above this bar, we'll also have a failed second entry failed second entry long, and then that'll give us an even greater trap to the downside. So hopefully this hurries up, but I'm just going to go ahead and pause it really quickly, and I'll be right back when we get some form of movement. Alright, so we have our failed second entry long, nice big bullish reversal bar, and then we have a bearish bar. This probably would have been the better entry. I got in a tad bit early, but this is definitely going to work out now. We definitely have the longs trapped, so we should see some pretty fast movement to the downside as soon as we take out these lows, and then we should definitely get the continuation that we need further down to get our target filled. So only thing is we're going a bit sideways right now, which typically is not ideal, but I'm fairly confident that we're gonna push down a bit lower, break these, take out these lows, and run the stops that are a few ticks beneath here, and we'll get our target filled. And as you can see, everything's beneath the EMA, everything is closing beneath the EMA, and we just had a slight break of our trend line. And one more thing, let me just note, the trend line could have actually been like this. It could have been this narrow channel down, this is the break, and then this was the 2 legs down to a new low. That's feasible, but I'm thinking that we have a greater pattern. Everything has been below the EMA, and this was a fairly strong move down, so I'm just thinking that we're going to get another leg down, and I like the way this trade set up, so that's why we're going to continue shorting this down to the downside on every setup that we get until we get down here, or until we see proof that we are in fact not going lower. And which the proof that we would need is we would need to kind of blast through this EMA and typically see a reversal pattern of a failed second entry short or something of that nature. So as you can see right now, we're ticking off our exit. We just got our first contract out. Second one's down here at 2 points, and this was a beautiful trade, I must say. Got in a little bit early right here. The ideal entry spot would be to enter right there, but I figured that we had them trapped when we had this this bar ticked slightly higher. This was also your second entry short. Not the best signal bar. That's why I tried to get in there with a limit order, but it actually slipped me. I tried to get in one tick better, but oh well. So let me just go ahead and mark that. That's going to be a trade for the day. This is the better entry right here. When you have this failed second entry long, you get a big, huge bullish bar, go one tick above it, and you turn down and get that bearish reversal bar. That's a good looking trap right there. It's all off the EMA, so just keep that in mind. I know you guys hear me talk about this so frequently, but pay attention to those resting orders. So everybody that got long in here, when you see these big bearish bars, and when you see big bars in the direction that so people buy right here, okay, and then they put their sell stops a few ticks beneath here, and when you run their stops, you're going to get these big bars. So just keep that in mind. I kind of briefly went over that in my last video, but that'll help you when you want to know which direction you should be trading in for the directional strength, because that's going to put an influx of selling or buying in the market in your direction whenever you're running into people's stops. So that'll help you. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say today. This was our live trade for the day. This is JR. Let me just go ahead and mark the actual bar that I entered on. I entered on this bar right here, and pretty much initially I came in, we had this short-term trend line working down. This was our break. Then we had a push to a new low. You could have also gone short right here. Could have gone short right here. This is your failed second entry long. Technically, you get a double top right here. This is your first attempt to go higher, and then this is your second attempt to go higher. You could have gone short right here. It's just that this is a tad bit sideways. I liked waiting on this. You get a failed break lower. Nice bullish bar. Ticks higher. Tests our possible trend line coming down and closes relatively bearish. So this is your trap. You want to go short right there. Then essentially you see the bottom fall out. You get a pullback to the possible trend line again. You get a first entry short, second entry short signal bar. Not the best bar. That's why I tried to use a limit order, but we got ticked in. Had to ride out this chop in this big bullish pullback, but I liked that pullback because all that did was it trapped more people in. You get your first attempt to go higher right there. Your second attempt to go higher. Nice big bullish reversal bar. We tick one tick above it. Immediately turn down right off the EMA, right off of our possible trend line. I might have to tweak this a tad bit more, but we could turn around and keep going higher now, or we could continue down to that target. But that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say for today. This is JR, and I will see you guys sometime next week. So peace.